Hello, this is Tim, and we're going to be doing something a bit special today. It's a mix of a celebration of the first sort of year of main content on the channel, sort of what's been happening, a bit of a look behind the scenes at some of my channel creation, and also just a lot of thanking people and acknowledging what's sort of got me from just sort of a sort of a casual viewer and dreamer to actually doing some of this stuff. But as I said, first of all, I just want to let me thank all of you, especially the people watching this, the subscribers, people who comment and give constructive feedback. It's all very much appreciated. Um, Actually, as you can sort of see here, 1 year ago today, um, my channel kind of sprang to life. Actually, well, you can see down here, it's actually about 11 and a half years old, but most of those first 10 years hadn't really done much. A bit of an eclectic mix of things that I had about my old computers, um, some random software, these little Serious Sam things, um, and these three kind of mistakes about, or things with various mistakes about trying to do some bit of gameplay. But there's a thing that sort of changed about a year ago. As you said, I managed to successfully record and publish my first video of Blakestone Aliens of Gold. And this was something I'd wanted to do for a few years, but hadn't been able to actually convert my enthusiasm into reality until a bit of a perfect storm of a few simultaneous acts pushed me over the edge. I just wanted to briefly show you something here. So, this is a video here. It says Big Mac Davis reacts to his first video. It's a great one here, actually. So basically, 8 years after he went back to this, and I put a little comment at the time. So it says 3 years ago, it says, thank you for doing this. I've been tempted to do two things. One, 100% playthrough of Blakestone at the hardest difficulty, which I haven't found yet. Oh, yeah, there's some other stuff. Anyway, but it says, you have just inspired me to make this a reality. So it was 3 years ago. It took me another 2 years, but then I went back. It says, yeah, 2 years later, I began actually doing my Blakestone videos. And someone who's um, commented on some of my videos, yeah, it says, Varun, let's hope people will visit more people visit your Blakestone videos. So anyway, I thought I just wanted to mention that. Um, as I said, one of these things that sometimes I say, hey, you got a great idea, but actually turning that to reality is a bit of a thing. So um, now, as I said, what was making this changing from actually just random thoughts to doing this? As I said, the bit of the storm. One of them, there's a YouTuber, Dos Gamert. He's got a great channel. He's got so much content. It's just amazing. He did a stream for Blakestone. And at the same time, there's another one, Lightning Bolt Forever. He actually just Dust Game. He knows the Blakestone levels. He's played all 90 of them, got videos for them. But then we had Lightning Bolt Forever. He came along, did a blind stream, so that was exciting in a different way watching that. And also, I'd had a relatively new PC, and I've been sort of reading over some YouTube channels and things talking about starting on YouTube and things. So all these things lined up. Um, but this is this first video back here. It took a while to sort of actually get things ready. Actually, getting my OBS ready. Actually, it's not just about the gameplay side of things. Getting my sound levels. That they were a lot more inconsistent back then. And as I said, I've seen my fair share of videos, but hardly got anything online myself. As you see, I've only got these couple of random things here, like some of them I failed to get commentary there. So yeah, but as I said, there was just something about Blakestone that made me want to start there. But as I said, I just wanted to, as I said, acknowledge some of my sources of inspiration, and they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So you can see some of my inspiration here. So I just wanted to go over some things. I said Ultima Mantoid here. One of the things I'll always be grateful for is I saw his E4M1 Doom video. Sort of, I'd never understood how I was supposed to actually get past that level properly. Um, some great content. Hasn't really done much for a while, but look at these things here. Back then, like multi-hour videos about all sorts of Doom and things. And if you look at some of the popular videos here, you know, I remember watching these and just being blown away by it. He's got a great level of skill, like he's punched out cyber demons and things. So spent many hours watching uh, Ultima's content in the past, and sometimes you move on from there and became aware of Big Mac Davis, of course, and you know, um, yeah, yeah where do you start? So much great content there. Um, so many different games and things. And somewhere, of course, learned about Lightning Bolt Forever, and of course, Decino, basically goes without needing to say. But and actually, there's one thing that's maybe worth sort of noting about Decino is you look at some of these ones here that some of his most famous videos actually outtakes and things. So interesting there. Of course, he's famous for his analysis and things, but these outtake ones are basically almost more popular than some of the actual gameplay videos. As I mentioned DOS Game It before. I have to mention Alston here. He's done many different things, and he had a little channel, was a small side channel at the time. It was basically about sort of teaching YouTube and things, a little Discord server that was sort of very useful. And someone else here that was very useful is Nova here. Just some of the fine tuning of my settings, getting that going. So, but basically, yeah, I needed various things to sort of get going, and these various people, I just wanted to mention them. They've sort of got me started. But anyway, back to the gameplay side of things. I sort of knew from my youth playing the game that the toughest difficulty of the veteran agent was very challenging, and I used to actually regularly die a lot in the first level. I just wanted to quickly bring up something here. We've got a little thing called, this is a website, VG Maps, and this is something I used later after I don't know if you've ever seen it before. So, but basically here it's sort of a bit of a top-down thing. So here's the first level. You sort of start here, shows the various secrets where they are. Get an idea of the monsters and things. And from here you can sort of plan things out a bit. So I'll just zoom out a bit. This is the first level. So yeah, we can sort of see the general layout and bits and pieces. And for other things later, this is how I would after I did my first playthrough, I wouldn't look at this first. But here's another example of this episode 5. You can sort of see, you start here, there's a gun here. There'd be another gun. The big gun's over here somewhere. I think here it is. But how are we going to get there? So, using other people's tools and resources they've made really helps, I guess, with the theory. But if you still got to be able to actually pull it off and have be able to actually do it. So, as I said, one thing is, yeah, I did actually look around on YouTube, for Blakestone things, and I found some at times. But if I, just, I think one thing is that I didn't find that the exact combination I wanted. Basically, as you said, this little picture here, I wanted on veteran agent. I wanted to make sure I had all the informants live, which, as I said, I found a few people were doing veteran, but most of them weren't always saving the informants and with commentary. So that was kind of my niche. But yeah, I knew it's possible to get the informants, but basically there's an extra layer of frustration, and I've got a lot of bloopers from that, and yeah, so I think that combination of those three main things is a bit yeah, possibly give these videos a bit of edge over some of the other competition at the time. But as I said, for the first episode, I'd played it many times. I knew it quite well, and I wanted to. Hang on. Yeah, I knew there were some of the things that you just can't recall. So as I said, partly I just wanted to preserve my sort of gameplay and things for myself. Um, so I'm just looking at I have little notes here. Yeah, as I said, there were 79 maps I'd never seen before. So I'd do my sort of first playthrough, then I'd look at the maps as I just showed you before, and yeah, that was sort of my how I did these. But basically, as you can imagine, when I was a kid, I should get back to this. When I was a kid, I was able to sort of just walk around all the things like pushing with the walls, but you know here it's like I just needed to know, okay, secret here, and also I'll just go back to one other thing here. Where is it? I would take it down to this one. 14, is it 40? This one. This is a little important one. There's a unique one here. Yeah, this one here. So if you're on this push wall can go two ways. If you push it from this side, you actually block a secret. So the last thing I wanted to do was just to I didn't have the time to brute force these maps. So that's why I was sort of using these kind of tools. Um, Now, yeah, but in saying that, I did want to actually record those first experiences, and preserve them. As I said, many people do think back fondly to their first time experiencing a game. Those raw, unexpected emotions. The surprise, the anger, the delight, or just the confusion, among many other things. And I can tell of the videos I've made for this. There's actually people who spent about 100 hours watching these first playthroughs. So, thank you for watching that. Sometimes it's um, can be unexpected, can be a lot longer, but I get it. Sometimes you might know the level and you're waiting for their reaction, where they get to something unexpected, or maybe you hope that they stumble onto something, maybe perhaps obliviously walking past something that will obviously help them, and you just want to shout at the screen. So yeah, but this one thing for the 100% videos. There's about the 90 levels in total. As I said, these have been the biggest things so far on my channel. So the back to here. These various Blackstone, first the Alien of Gold, then the Planet Strike series. So the Aliens of Gold has had 282 hours of watch time so far. Planet Strike's had 72 hours, and basically all the Blackstone content total, people have spent 458 hours watching it, which is just it's over half my watch time, which is just blows my mind away. So I said thank you for all the passionate fans of this overlooked gem. They've shown me a lot of the passion for the game too. And I've had some feedback from some people that thought the game was actually sort of impossible on veteran, but I've given them some hope, so that's a nice thing to do. Now I have actually been playing a few other things you may or may not have seen to various success over the years. Like when I first sort of started, some of these things I'd sort of throw them up, and some of them would you'd sort of fail, and so early on I would sort of sort of got through this. I rolled the score and things. And basically, where is it here? Yeah, I came up with some other things. So I went to the Talos Principle, and it's a great game. But basically, I just sort of kind of threw the videos there, no thumbnail. Some of them I haven't really edited bits out, and I didn't really have too many subscribers at the time. And I do need to actually go back and do the DLC, record that, called can't remember something about, yeah, I can't recall the name of it right now, but yeah, I have been wanting to do like a full game thing of this, but haven't done that yet. Another one, I'll just get past these, hang on. Where is it here? Apart from that, just get up here. Yeah, Thomas Was Alone. It's a little platform that I've played with my kids. It's a bit of a special thing, but it's been a bit sort of, yeah, neglected, but that's sort of fine. But yeah, one other thing, if I just go up here a little bit more. Where is it? Here it is. So basically, in the middle of doing Blakestone, I went back to Super 3D Noah's Ark. So that was started before Blakestone, well, when I was playing it anyway, and had a few videos there. And this was a bit of I'd started playing this in 2020, and I had some unfinished business. So at this point, I'd sort of gone through. I'd got to the end of the game, but I had some outstanding achievements. So essentially, what I was doing here was I was recording these videos to make myself a 100% guide. And I tried and failed to beat the whole game in one sitting, without saves on hard mode 100%. So basically I needed more than just a map showing the layouts. I needed some actual strategy, and I needed the belief that yes, that I could do this. So the result was that I eventually beat the game and got 100% achievements. I got that. Where is it? I was, got that video up. We're somewhere up here. Yeah, at the top here. So I'll just go back at this one here. So basically, I got this video up on actual speedrun.com. It's actually one of my best videos to date in a few metrics there. The thumbnail's a bit of a more is more. I've put everything there. Yeah, I've got all the bosses and yeah. Actually, just one thing there. Just you might have seen I've sort of copied a few styles of things. As I said, with some of these thumbnails here. If I just go down to one of these other ones, I've got generally got the top left, the sort of the logo of that. I've got if it is 100% kind of thing, that's sort of here, a bit of kind of what level. And I think there's one thing is you might notice I sort of go through each video manually trying to get that thumbnail, because I remember reading about how that's important. And I wanted to either, if someone was a fan that, as you're scrolling through, it would sort of capture he's like, oh, I recognise that, or maybe they don't, and they just hopefully grab their attention. I mean, some of these old games, most people aren't going to watch them, but just spur on some nostalgia. Yeah, but anyway, the old Noah's Ark, this is it's about 50 hours of this, and I think that's quite impressive for something that most people think is a bit of a joke. Now, where is it? Let's go down here a bit. Yeah, I did a bit of Diablo Immortal, and they had the 10th year anniversary for Diablo 3, so I went and did that. That was more of just a bit of a one-off thing there. That's a game that yeah. I think one thing with the Diablo Immortal, I'd played some. Where is it? Was it up here? Anyway, I'd played some mobile games and stuff before, so I was sort of familiar with their kind of annoying elements, and I'd been burnt out of Diablo 3, so I found that was the perfect marriage of both. And I had some friends who were kind of curious about how bad it was, so that video sort of showed them that you go from as they get into the various, slowly introduce you to the game, and then the monetization and all the rest of it, the grind. So just one thing is in terms of sort of Diablo, sorry, hang on. Just for the future, in case you're wondering, I'm not in a hurry to sort of get Diablo 4. I do like the idea of one day recording Diablo 1, but that's kind of low down on my priority list. And I'm a huge Diablo 2 fan, but at this point, I'm not sure how I might record it. I might sort of maybe get some different characters and things. So if that's something you'd want to see, let me know. It's kind of what I do when I'm not wanting to record, just a bit of a play something. Anyway, so we're going through here. We've sort of as I said, we finished Noah. We're back to just a lot of Blake sort of finishing that up here. Yeah, then I went to the actual Thomas Was Alone. I found some DLC I didn't know existed when I first played the game. Back in now this is into Planet Strike here. And here we go. So after that, I'd wanted to sort of get into some other things and other genres and stuff. And getting into GTA seemed to crystallize here. Now, GTA 3 seemed a bit of a perfect starting point for me. So it's kind of the shortest of the more recent ones, I guess the 3D ones at least. I'd something I knew well and had done quite a few times. So I came up with the idea to try to do kind of this one activity per mission, activity or mission giver per video. So here we go, the first one, basically with Luigi. Then I did a little one for the RC cars, then paramedic, Marty Chonks and stuff, taxi. But I guess one thing is you see they wildly vary in length. An hour-long taxis, 7 minutes here, 25 minutes. So they're all over the place. But anyway, so as I said, most things went relatively smooth till some of the later chaotic missions. I mean, that's some of the difficulty spikes, and that's a bit crazy. And yeah, I hadn't really finished that in about 4 years. But I had a few new viewers that popped out because of GTA. So yeah, thank you to you for that. But yeah, I guess one thing is as we go through here, we'll just scroll up so we're into the stuff here. Tony's, you're into Planet Strike still going. I'm sort of alternating between them. So I hope that's generally I'm sort of doing roughly a video a day, and you might not like one game or something, but it's probably not too long before your preferred game comes back. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get past these ones. Where is it? I think we're almost finished. Yeah, there's some crazy ones at the end of this. Look at this. Yeah, this was blooming nuts level here. I really needed a bit of, as I said, good old DOS Gambit and things helped me to be the strategy for this blooming mission. And here we go. So this was a bit of an interesting time just before the end of last year. So I just finished GTA 3, just finished Planet Strike, or all of my Blakestone, and then I started Doom. I've started GTA Vice City, and also Portal with RTX also drops. So just one thing about the Vice City. So just move this. After finishing 3, I started Vice City with some good momentum, but that sort of ground to a bit of a halt. And I was the way that some of these missions and mission givers were grouped, I couldn't do the same style I had with GTA 3, so I had a bit of a look for an alternative grouping, and I didn't want to break it down to just one in one video do one mission. I seemed to think that was going to take too long. And I couldn't just do that as the one mission giver per video. So I basically had to get some pen and paper and sort of write it down and things. As you see, some of these things, where's this other one up here? Here, look at this taxi mission took almost 2 blooming hours. That was a crazy one there. But yeah, I think partly these videos were taking so long and things, Vice City sort of stalled out at that point. It took about a month before that got going again. But yeah, as I said, I had some quiet time at the start in January and things, and I managed to get a bunch of videos done. So just letting you know. So I've got my Vice City videos are finished. I've actually recorded because on Steam we had the GTA Trilogy, the definitive edition released. So I've actually recorded all of GTA 3 and started Vice City with that. Just got to work out when to schedule and get those ready. Now, the next thing here, as I said, back here with Doom. Doom something that's sort of special to me, but I didn't. It's a bit weird. I didn't want to get into this before I'd finished Blakestone. Part of me was annoyed in the past that Doom's release spoiled Blake's place in gaming history. So I said the least I could do was to finish my main YouTube content. So I did. So basically, I played. Here we go. Here's the end of Planet Strike. Then I got into my Doom from the 90s at least. So I've gone through the Ultimate Doom sigil, and Doom 2 is currently being released. And as I said, so far that's brought in about 70 odd hours worth of things. That's just the 90s content, and just that's just the commercial content. There's so many wads out there. I've got a bit of a taste from watching some of the people I've mentioned, but it's as I said, there's so I guess one thing is there's so many people out there playing Doom. Some of them playing to the exact same goals as me. And But yeah, as I said, I wanted to record for myself. It's one thing to be able to watch the content, but I don't know, something about watching yourself. The next thing, as I said, about the Portal RTX, they said that dropped in December. So yeah, I got this random thing of a game I've loved. My computer could actually play it, and there was a lot of people out there. Um, this RTX and how it was optimized that a lot of people were unable to play it, or it played horribly. And I was able to actually get the achievements again. So nice, alignment of things. So bit of an exciting time here. And so I started making these videos not too long after it came out. Now, just at one point, at this point, I haven't yet made my last video in the series, which would be around the challenge missions, like getting the gold medals and everything. So, um, yeah, it's more my can't be bothered yet list. But I got about 60 odd hours from this, and one thing here, you see this little video here, compared to all my others, this is my biggest thing in terms of views, and I think watch hours so far. Look at some of these other ones. This is just went a bit crazy. I think it went on the algorithm, just liked it and chucked it out there. So yeah, the other ones have had a good amount of views and things, but not quite like this one did. But I'll just move that. Yep. So I guess as for the future, there's a lot more I want to do, and I think I've got a few constraints, but there's a few key areas I want to sort of go over. As one of them's exploring my backlog. There's some of those great gems that I never got around to or showed enough attention. Most of Blake's Own was an example of that. Things like Skyrim or Max Payne 3 are two of the examples. Like I know Max Payne 3 on my old computer it just didn't really run, and haven't really touched that in about 10 years. Another key thing, as I said, replaying old favorites. As I said, the old GTA's, Dooms, things like that. There's actually some great games I just haven't fired up in many years, and it's funny that some of the amount of things that you do forget, like I said, Quake 4, I haven't touched in a decade. And then sometimes it's things like, completing those neglected challenges or games that I kind of rage quit and never went back. Back in the past, I got GTA San Andreas almost to 100%. There were many, many games out there. There's unfinished levels, or so many things that I just would like to go and do. Um, but As I said, just to sort of finish off, I thought I would just let you know, as I said, how I guess just some insight for things. Like I said, I've been mostly going through, apart from when this video goes, my next one's going to be Doom 2 map 12. So basically, what I do is I've got the video in sort of VLC, and I'll just sort of mute this. Basically, what I end up doing is I sort of end up playing back the whole video, and I'll taking notes down. So I'll just where is it? Back here, I don't know if people look. I chuck in chapters, I chuck in some notes and things. And for my thumbnails, what actually I'm sort of going basically as I sort of going through here. Sometimes I'll be looking for the best, the best little moment for my thumbnail, and then I'll just sort of what I found here. I need to maybe go back to the first Doom ones. I'll take a screenshot, and here's some ones I took earlier. But I think for this level, there's what's the classic one that a player of this map. I was thinking this the Cacodeme and Switch Room at the end. Um, and in case you're wondering, this is how I also using Microsoft Paint. I sort of Google a logo. So I'm going to paste a logo up here. Now I'm just putting this, as I said, so people know that yes, this is part of my thumbnail. I'm going to chuck this here. Now I should just mention that at this point I haven't I'm aware of video editors, but I haven't sort of spent the time to do that. The other big thing that I really need to work on is my microphone. I'll just the little headset. I'll just look at this. This is where it is. If I move the microphone up, this is it up, and if I'm moving it down, this is sort of kind of at my sort of mouth level. But if I put it below, it's a lot quieter. It's a bit weird. Anyway, the last thing I'm just going to do is just chuck in. Actually, what's this one called? Map 12. Hang on, I need to. There was one other thing I hadn't gone to yet. Actually, when I'm doing this, I use this classic Doom website, the factory, that's the one. And this just reminds me where the secrets are. So make use those resources and things. So I'll go back to here. The factory. All right, so I'll save that and get that up. There we go. Map 12. But yeah, so at this point I'll be able to. It's a bit of a, as I said, in case you're wondering why I do certain things or maybe why I don't. As I said, there's a bunch of stuff I just sort of haven't got around to, or maybe I just haven't yet found the right maybe it's the right motivation or the right instruction to sort things out. So stick with me. As I said, if you can give me some useful guidance about helping me, I'm more than willing to listen. But as I said, one last thing, thank you for your time. Who knows what the next full year is going to have in store. I'll try to mix it up. I'll try to improve and do better. But yeah, as I said, thank you for your time. Thank you for all these people amongst others for inspiring and helping me. And yes, just have an awesome time. Thanks you. See you next time. Right, bye.